I'm supposed to start a new the top way. That's not. All right. So here you need to do question 1D. Says 14% need to calculate the nominal, sorry, the effective interest rate. Okay, if the nominal interest rate is 14% per annum compounded daily. Right? So the first thing, you have to write your formula. And generally, there will be a mark for the formula. So 1 plus I is going to be equal to 1 plus I nominal over n, all raised to the power of n. Right? Here we want to calculate the effective interest rate. The nominal interest rate is given as 40% per annum compounded daily. Because of that word daily, our n is going to be 365. So, the effective interest rate is going to be equal to 1 plus I nominal, which is going to be 0.14 over 365 raised to the power of 365 minus 1. Okay, what would be the answer as a decimal? 0.15. 0.15? 024. Are you telling that you can't read the digit? 0.15? 02? 4? 2.
Oh, what? 29.
29.
You didn't write the whole thing. 29. No. We wrote, yeah, we wrote the old two.
Give me 6 digits after the comma, please.
Yes, it's 24 and 29.
24.
29.
29. And then we put dot, then we multiply this by 100%. So your effective interest rate, the final answer must be very close to the one for nominal interest rate. So if you multiply this by 100, you get 15.02%. This will be the annum compounded annually.
So then you say
It's the annum compounded annually.
Annually.
Listen, can I have your attention? This is the effective interest rate. The quoted interest in the compounding period must be the same. Per annum and annually are the same. The nominal interest rate, 14% per annum, but the compounding period is daily. Okay, that's the main difference between nominal and effective interest rate. Also, your effective interest rate usually is slightly greater than the nominal interest rate. Okay, so this was the first question. Then the next question that I gave you was 2 what? B. Okay, so I'm going to do 2B. That's that.
So you didn't write the per annum compounding annually.
Well, it's not entirely wrong, but it's better for you to understand that we are dealing with effective interest rate. So it will depend now whether if we are marked whether we want to be very strict or not. If we decide to be very strict, then we can be penalized. Yes. Yes. Okay, generally, it should be, the difference must not be more than 5 in most cases. But it will be a very small difference. All right, let's calculate. Right, so we need to convert an annual effective rate of 14.5% per annum to a nominal rate per annum compounded half yearly. So here, our annual effective rate is 15% per annum, and we need to convert it to a nominal, which is compounded half yearly. Right? Because of time, just allow me to write one formula that can help us to calculate that, and we plug in and because of time. I don't get time to explain in more detail. Right? Because I did that yesterday. So for 2B, if you want to calculate the nominal interest rate, you can write this formula. It will be n times the nth root, okay, the nth root of the effective interest rate, then you subtract n after that. All right. Yesterday, I explained that fact yesterday. All right? If you did it, whichever way you did it, it's fine. But you are going to come to the same result. So it will be, in this case, it's compounded half yearly, so it will be 2 times the square root of the effective interest rate, which in this case is 14.5%, that's 0.14. In fact, I was supposed to put 1 plus. Let me change that. Let me change this to 1 plus. So that should be 1 plus I EFF, like that. So that would be 1 plus 0.145. Then you subtract 2. And this is the same as 2 times the square root. But since it's a square root, we don't have to put the 2 here. Right? Then we get 1.145, 4 minus 2. Can someone just do this calculation for us? 0.1, 4,
9. 9.
Another digit? 3, 4. All right, then you multiply this by 100%, and then you get 14.01%. Right, so that will be the nominal. This will be the annum compounded half yearly. Compounded half yearly. All right, so that's what we should have done there. Then the last one, now the last one, it requires you to probably convert from nominal to effective, then to the other one. Yes.
So, yes, it doesn't work out. It is on the calculator. Just kind of 100.
Did you put this on your calculator?
This is the step of the like this times 100. Just say times 100.
Yeah.
Then you get a different number.
This percentage
Yes.
is the same thing.
No, it's not the same.
Well, the same thing. All right, look here. If you want to get 0.14, you want to multiply 0.14 times 10%. What does the calculator say?
10%. That's different.
What did you say, 10%? All right, let's pay on it. All right. Then number 4, Michelle inherited 500,000 and deposited the money into a savings account for a period of 6 years. The accumulated amount at the end of the 6-year period was 650,000. Calculate the interest rate paid in each of the following cases, right? So we want the annual effective rate first. The annual effective rate. Right? So A, the annual effective rate is just an interest rate which is compounded once per what? Per year. Right? It's just once per year. Therefore, we can just use the compound interest formula. Right? Remember, the compound interest formula is A equals P, 1 plus I raised to the power of n. That's the compound interest formula. So where there is A, we put 650,000. Where there is P, we put 500,000. 1 plus. The I that we are trying to calculate here is the annual interest rate, which is the effective interest rate. So we put I here, I can put EFF. Then N. Now, the number of years is 6, so we'll put 6. Okay? We are trying to calculate the annual effective rate. That value that we get, we need to use it in the second question now. Okay, in part B. Right? So here we divide both sides by 500,000. So we get 650,000 divided by 500,000. 1 plus I E F F to the power 6. And this will give me 13 over 10 is equal to 1 plus I E F F. I'm not using a calculator. Right? Then, now from here now, you need to convert this exponent from 6 to a 1. And I explained the concept yesterday and last week. So this becomes 1 over 6. So eventually, can I move on to the next page? Before I move on, I need to do the practice. Then I'll come back. Right? Can I tell you?
Yes.
Okay. Then from here, I can introduce the square root sign. So on the next page, I can have the square root of 13 over 10. So it will be the sixth root. And that will be equal to 1 plus I E F F. Right? So my effective interest rate is going to be equal to 1 minus, yes, not the other way. So it will be the sixth root of 13 over 10 all minus 1. Can someone simplify that? 0, 0,044.
69.
So the final answer is going to be 4,47% per annum, right? Compounded annually. Right? So that's what we got. Then, for the next question now, we need to use this effective interest rate and determine its corresponding nominal interest rate. All right? I'm going to use this value. So, can I tell what?
Yes.
Let me erase this first, then I'll change the number. So, can you stop talking? Stop talking. Right, so for B, 1 plus EFF equal to 1 plus I nominal over. Now, it's the nominal interest rate compounded not equal to NF, right? Because of time, right, I'm going to make I nominal the subject. So, I nominal is going to be, in this case, our n is 12. So it will be 12 times the 12th root of 1 plus IEFF, right? Then we subtract 12 from it. So we get 12 times the 12th root of, now it's going to be this value here. We convert this to a decimal, you get 0.0447, which means I can write a 1.0447, right? Minus 12. Can someone simplify that? Can someone simplify that quickly? 0.0 times 100, and so eventually Yes, the final answer was 4.38%. Now it's per annum compounded monthly. Right. Then we are done. Yes. Can you speak up so that Did you get the same answer?